Ooh. Hey guys and girls, how you doing today? Just doing my breakfast, but I'm going to do that as a separate video in a minute. I just want to talk about Xbox Live for a few minutes. Well, basically, the other day, right, there were some cheats on the internet, right, and this was actually not the other day. It was just a couple of weeks going back. Apparently got banned from Xbox for I think it was 24 hours, 48 hours or something. It was 2 days anyway. And it was because basically I said to a cheat and I called him the P word, the pussy word, pussy. I called him a cheating pussy, right? But thing is, Seaman Xbox doesn't want people to swear at people and all that kind of stuff, or have any swearing at all on Xbox Live, and you get banned for it or whatever for a couple of days and all that. Or lifetime bans with some people on the internet I've seen on that, with their things where they can't go on until like the year 1999 or some shit, which is flipping crazy. I'm gonna get the light back on that. Anyway, what really concerns me about the gaming industry itself, it says it's about the people and all this, and they want games for everyone. Okay, so I know they want to try and make sure there's no swearing, like, for people and that. They don't want people swearing on Xbox Live, or I don't know what the policies are on the PlayStation or Sony's side of things. But the thing is, if you're making a game like, say, Grand Theft Auto, doesn't that subject it back a little bit to putting the swearing words in there for the storylines? I mean, so say we got Grand Theft Auto, we're going around killing bloody prostitutes on the things on Grand Theft Auto, and then we got loads of swearing in it. That violence is going to Xbox Live, parents are buying their kids that game, and they're subjecting that to their minds to think, well, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck is going on? I mean, Grand Theft Auto is an 18 game. You take the swearing out, you take the violence out, what do you get? You just get a normal bloody game where you're just going around. May as well just call it Battleships or some shit. But then again, actually, it makes them wonder if battleships would be restricted to it as well, because it's violence, going around blowing ships up. People with there's violence in there. So you may as well, like, literally, or Call of Duty, for instance, the ones that's like 15 or whatever they put on it for lower than 18, they put on there 16 plus or something, and then they say, oh, well, we've got a bit of violence in it, but in Black Ops, which was 18, they had a bloke where you go into the camp and slit everyone's throats while they're sleeping and stuff. So, I mean, to be honest, they're a bit of a hypocrite when they come to, say, violent games, violent music sometimes in, what's that game that was on the Xbox 360? 50 Cent, Bulletproof. Now, that had a bit of violence in it, and you can see all the gore and the stuff, the blood and all that kind of shit. But to come to an industry of gaming nowadays where parents just buy their kids anything because they don't want them pissed off or angry and stuff at them in another 15 years, 20 years down the line, it makes you wonder what the hell's going on with the gaming industry itself. Because, okay, you don't want violence, right? You don't want people turning violence and getting guns, or kids getting guns and going around schools and shooting the shit out of people because of the video games. But yet they're doing the opposite. They're getting the kids to play these video games, 18 games, which the parents allow them to play. Well, actually, the parents buy it for them, right? And then you got all the violence and you got all the swearing in it. And then the kids get detained or detention and all stuff at school, and they wonder why the kids are fucked in the head going around killing people for. But, I mean, okay, you couldn't say you're going to blame the gaming industry, right? It's partially the family's faults and stuff, the parents' faults for buying their kids the games in the first place. But yet, there's also that side of it on Xbox Live where people swearing a lot, right? And they don't want people swearing on Xbox Live when it's an 18 game. I mean, what the hell is that about? If you've got an 18 game, right, and you're going around killing people and that, and they kill you, and you get a bit mad about it, you get, suddenly you say, oh, fucking hell, you bastard, or something. In a way, that is just banter. For me, it's banter, because I'm on Xbox Live, and all that kind of shit, and I'm playing against people, but there's at a certain point where my brain just doesn't react with the words I'm coming out of my mouth, so I end up just splurting out shit. Anyway, what do you guys and girls think about the gaming industry? Do you think it's gone too far with video games and banning people from Xbox Live due to the fact that basically there's video games out there that you play with sports games like UFC. UFC's got violence in it. Do you think they should subject that as an 18? Because I think that's a 16 at the moment. But seeing it's going around kicking the shit out of people and then seeing all the blood spilling out and stuff, don't you think that sort of violence would escalate to kids going around beating the shit out of people at school with their kids and their friends and all that stuff at school, or picking on teachers? I mean, to be honest, do you think that parents should be in line to teach them not to get 18 games and say you can't have it, and make sure they actually keep to buying their kids, not buying those 18 games, but buying the appropriate games for their age? Anyway, leave the comments down below in the comment section down below, and cheers for watching.